imagine what we can do with their support? How many things we can do better and faster?
You lose everything.
Damn!
Polska pamiętliwa, ale sprawiedliwa.
Dla mnie te parchanci!
Bewegung, Bewegung!
The whole world is on fire.
Делай ты кшута!
What's up guys, my name is Your Heroes and welcome to Forgotten but Unbroken. Now this is a game by MicroProse and it's basically a unique tactical World War II title. Basically if XCOM and the Dirty Dozen had a baby, and this game is a turn-based World War II soldier and base customization game. So think of mainly XCOM 2 and how that is kind of a turn-based game, and that's what this game is, and it's World War II version. Now this game has a lot to offer, including an engaging non-linear campaign inspired by true events, so it happened in, events that happen in real life, during the war. 6 highly customizable classes, which with unique perks and gear, so you can go into like the infantry and they have unique perks, unique gear, different weapons, a whole lot of customization you can do to your soldiers, as well as cinematic camera. So that's basically, you can get some really nice screenshots of your enemy, of the enemies, or even of your soldiers, and like how cool they look in the battlefield, as well as more than 20 minutes of highly atmospheric cutscenes. So think about those cutscenes in game, which apps give you a really good base story of the game, which is really epic to see, as well as advanced enemy units to fear and outplay. So there's different types of enemies, which you will see in the gameplay in a minute, as it is very, very cool and very, very strategic, which you need to always think about. And lastly, to also mention that your camp as well, you can basically customize your camp as politics and diplomacies with allies, which I'm absolutely terrible at, and I do not care for politics. But in this game, it matters a lot. So if you guys would like to play this game for yourself, this is a demo version, by the way. I'll put a link down below in the description to play for yourself. It is probably one of the best games I've played so far this year. So again, make sure you check out that link down below to play it yourself. But without further ado guys, I hope you do enjoy today's video, and let's get straight into it.
We're fucked. I knew it. They said it was gonna be easy. We're gonna fucking die here.
Commander, do you hear me? His information was wrong. We're outnumbered. We're trapped. Commander, do you hear me? What are we gonna do?
We're gonna fucking die here.
Nobody's dying.
It's not your first mission, so act like it. Contact point is near. You're gonna make it. This way. This way.
That was one of the cutscenes that you just saw right there, which I mentioned in at the menu about cutscenes. That was probably one of the most epic cutscenes that I've seen throughout any World War II game. So brilliant there. And this is a game, so you have your tutorials, which are very basic and easy to understand. You can see it's in big writing. Some of the lines are in orange, so those are really important. Pay attention to that. I would also like if there was some sort of audio though you could listen to. But honestly, these tutorials are really simple to understand and easy for you guys to understand as well. So it says you can check your current objectives in the header bar. Your current mission is to escape the area. Here we are. So that is the green area that we need to basically escape in. To evacuate units, get them to the exit point area and use the exit mission ability button. Evacuate your team as soon as possible. Enemy is after you. Excellent. Very easy. And basically this just talks about like the movement, the cameras, the, you know, all that. And this is the will and panic thing. So your units can, you know, will go into a panic state if they are kind of shot too many times, and they'll kind of go into position that expose themselves to the enemy, so that's not great. You can speed up the game as well if you're kind of finding it a wee bit too boring as well, just like this video. I joke, do not skip the video, as well as that. So yeah, here we are. So this is the other thing that this game mentions, is about the different types of units. So you see, we've first of all got the Wehrmacht soldiers. These guys are German defense power, so the armed forces of the Third Reich. Regular units, their training is standard, their weapons are standard, and their equipment is standard. They can use Overwatch, hunker down. It's in certain circumstances they may panic, so that's good. So that's good to know. Similar to our position. So here we are, guys. You can kind of move with camera E and Q. You can move your, you know, camera A and D to move around. Use your middle mouse button to kind of look around here. So our objective is to get to this green space over here. You start off with 3 men, as you can see. If I can find my men. Where have my men gone? Okay. Luckily, good thing, where's my men? Luckily, good thing is that these men are really clear to see. So you see that you're in green and the enemy is in red. So it's very clear to see these units, as in most of World War II strategy games, it's really hard to see. But this is a really clear version that you can see your guys in. So first of all, we need to kind of move our men to kind of this position over here. So you can see that these guys have some sort of passive perks, you know, for this guy's here. So this is Martin Hupka, and he's just a regular soldier. So he has one more step, which adds an additional 6 action point. You've also got Lucky Bastard, which has a chance that the enemy will miss a shot that would otherwise. And basically Iron Man, which is unit cannot bleed, which is brilliant. And they have different types of units as well. So we have a soldier, we have a heavy gunner.
Sir, yes, sir.
And we have a medic. So the medic has different passive perks as well, such as Bless. So unit will take less damage by 20%. Balls of Steel, which basically this unit excels under pressure. And you've also got Healer, which the medic has learned how to do more out of the med kits by 10%. So all different types of perks. And as you can see here, it's kind of similar to XCOM 2, where it shows you the percentage that you guys have a shot on. So my medic currently has an 8% chance of shooting this guy and a 4% of shooting this guy. But as you can see, action points are basically how many points you can say to like move about, to shoot an enemy, to hunker down. So your action points are really, really important in this game. It's all about moving, trying to use the least amount of action points, but also trying to, you know, kill the enemy. So you can see there's 3 of us, and there is a bunch of Germans here. So our just managed to escape. So I'm going to move my guy over here. So this costs 22 action points, and we currently, you can see that our guy here, you can see on top of their names that each of these soldiers have different type of action points. So our medic here has 28 action points, the gunner has 26 action point, and the soldier that has that extra 6 additional action point is 32. So you see that if we move over here, it uses 22 action points. So if we do that, or if we actually move to this rock here, actually, I actually kind of want to move, I want to move to this behind the rock. You can see that it's now used up most of our action points, and to be able to shoot a person shoot a soldier, you use 17 action point, and it tells you you don't have enough to shoot an action point. We're going to move our soldier here as far as we've possible. We're going to move him over this position here. He does have 8 action points, but as you can see that if you're over it, you can see you don't have enough action points. The next one is our medic. So it's really all about tactical movement. And as you can see, there's like a little shield there, which tells you that's the most amount of cover you can get. So that means most likely the enemy will miss you. Whereas you can see like a half shield, which shows you kind of half cover. So that's basically my action done. I want this guy to hunker down. So this doubles cover and provides immunity to critical hits. This guy can't do anything just besides, you know, this thing there,
I'm ready.
as well as this guy as well. So we'll end our turn there, and our end turn, by the way, is covered by my face, so I do sorry, but you can, this by my face is the end turn button and 3 different speeds, but we're just going to end the turn there. You see he's now in solid cover, the enemy is now going to move, so like I said, it's a turn based, so you get a turn, the enemy gets a turn, you get a turn. Very easy to understand. So now to talk about, so now we can use, it tells you to use grenades, it's telling you about shooting, it's telling you about the focus mode, so if you, so you can actually particularly aim in nice, really close to get a more accurate shot. You can do the, you can start looting, so you, if you press Alt, that basically highlights stuff in white, and that means stuff you can basically loot infantry for their guns, kind of steal their weapons, which you can use them later on, or you can steal the ammunition, you can use machine guns, you can look in loot boxes to try and get grenades, molotovs, supplies as well, which is really important. Kind of additional tutorials, which you see the little enter, which is basically behind my camera face as well. Epic. So now this is the other type of infantry that we've got. So these are called the Hilin Kard. So the paramilitary unit formed from the Home Defense Organization. It was established to serve a counterbalance to the army and police force in the independent Slovak Republic. These guys have got poor training, poor weapons, and poor equipment, so these guys are a bit easier to take out. They possess no additional abilities and are prone to panic quickly. So that is really, really good. And as you can see here, we might be able to actually...
Sir, yes, sir.
So grenade uses up 16 men. So what I'm going to do is show you how the grenade works. So you can see that the inner circle, the red circle, shows that where the impact will hit. And you can see the green circle, which shows kind of the outer impact. But if we blow it near a car, then it'll basically have a bigger explosion because the car's already on fire, and it'll kill this infantry hopefully in an instant. So if we throw the grenade, good molly, brilliant. And there you go, the car blows up, and there you go, that is basically killed the infantry. Now the problem is we have an infantry there, so I want to get in good solid cover. Unfortunately we haven't got many action points, so I'm just going to put him there just now. This guy has a 28% chance to shoot this guy. Now, most of the time it is, you most likely will miss a shot, but basically if you hold right click, you can see that's kind of the bigger aim. You can see that camera's moving about. He's not accurate, but if you hold in, you can see the camera stopped, and he has a lot better aim. So the damage, so you can see the hit chance is 38%, but we have a 28% chance in total to hit this guy. I think it's kind of worth it. We'll try and do it now.
You will never break us.
Unfortunately, we missed, but that can happen a lot of the times. But we have now just 11 hit points, 11 action points to kind of move him about. So unfortunately, we can't move him a lot, but we can move him slightly further back. This guy has a lot of chance to moving everywhere, but I want to move him further back as he is prone to get an attack. So where can I move him? I want to kind of move him slightly a lot further back, but unfortunately I only have 28 hit points, which isn't a lot. So I'm going to try and, unfortunately there's infantry here, which you could shoot this way. So what I might do to get a likely chance, I know this will use, I don't want to use all my hit points, so I'm going to move him there. And hopefully, unfortunately we don't have actually now enough hit points to take cover. What I am going to do is see if I can try and move him somewhere else. Unfortunately, we can't really move him anywhere else. You see why this bit, like the armor, you see like the little armor is basically red, which basically means that this guy has no more basically armor to protect himself with. What I do want to do is, this is probably the best cover I can get without hopefully being hit, but then again, it is very much a 50-50 of whether he will get hit, which is most likely. So I am going to try and move him in a more secure place if I can. I'll move him slightly up here.
Move your asses!
Again, it's not 100% secure, but it will have to do, and that is all of our guys used up. So let's do this. Let's end the turn, and I'm quite happy with that. Now, these guys will start, and he just missed, which is good. So he's just using... These guys might take a shot. Nice one, he missed again. Lovely. I think it's because I used that hunker down. There you go. I used that hunker down button perk, which basically allowed me to... Oh, never mind. I was going to say I did use a hunker down button, but he missed. Out of the soldiers that missed, that 4 of them have just missed on 1 hit, which shows that. And now, unfortunately, my soldier is in panic mode, which basically means that he'll basically put himself in a position which is exposed, which is not very good. So you can see here that this soldier here,
Sir, yes, sir.
he is in panic mode, so he'll just kind of scooter himself about, and there's a soldier right beside him. So we need to basically, we can't move him because he's in panic mode, which is not very good. What we need to do is we need to try and, well, we can't shoot back at all when he's in panic mode. So we need to keep these guys moving, as he will be kind of in a wee bit more danger here. You can see that guys have just moved up really, really clearly. And we just need to keep moving these guys, because as much as we do want to fight back, we want to just try and keep these guys moving as much as we can. Unfortunately, again, we are in a really just exposed space currently. And unfortunately, with only 6 AP, we can't do much with that. This guy has a very much high chance of hitting him, but that basically leaves me no more space to him, because we're getting completely exposed here. So, in this case, I want to try and get him into a position where he won't be hit, but unfortunately with this guy being here, there is no chance of that happening. So in this case, I just want to try and keep this guy moving as quickly as possible, probably around about here. Unfortunately, I can't really shoot anyone else unless I move him in a good position. I could move him behind this tree, but again, I want to try and just keep these guys moving as much as I can. So I'll place him here. I think this is the best possible place I can go. Unfortunately, I can't huckle them down, and I can't do anything. This guy will most likely just get killed, as he is just been exposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 4 positions, but we can't do anything other than that. And if we lose a position, we basically lose it. Probably not a really good example of this game, but hopefully we will be able to end our turn there. Yep, he just shot him right there, and now he's injured. And there's guys coming in all sorts of directions now. Oh, this guy might die! Yeah. Ow. Hopefully he'll get out of the panic state after this mission, if he doesn't die, but I think he might. Okay, I think we might be good. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, this guy needs to move. Unfortunately, he has no... If you press Alt, you can see what we can kind of loot from here, but unfortunately we can't loot anything. We need to get this guy an instant cover, or he will die and the mission will be over. So unfortunately, he's still exposed from all angles, even if he does go there, because he can still easily get shot. Unfortunately, I really can't do much else than that. I need to try and move them in a space that he can't, because I want to use Hunker Down, which basically gives him a good amount of chance, but even then, the area is so close over there. I want to try and move him as far away as possible. But we're basically exposed in all areas. Unfortunately, this is the only space I can do just now. He only has 2 left, which means that he can't shoot anyone. And because he's injured, he gets an +2 action point penalty, which is unfortunate. But now we're hopefully might be able to fight back if we get our guy in solid cover here. He doesn't have enough points to defend himself against, but we should be able to move him a wee bit further closer, at least to this area here. So that means he is closer to it. This guy here, I want to get him in good cover as well, possibly behind this tree, although he is... This guy, where is he? Oh, they've all fallen back, which is good. We'll get this guy right here. So now these guys are in good cover, but this guy is still heavily exposed, and he might die, and we might have to restart this mission, but hopefully not. If not, you might hear a mid-cut, but hopefully not. But let's just end the turn there, and yeah, we might be good, but let's find out.
Fahr zur Hölle! Ich brauch Deckung! Sprich deine Gebete.
And yeah, this is what happens when you basically mess up the mission. Not a very good start, but I had to try this a couple of times this mission to get it absolutely perfect. Let's restart and properly do it this time. Something that I also forgot to mention is that you can see definitely on the icons which type of different units they are. So you can see that the Wehrmacht units are kind of like with this little icon here, and you can tell that the less kind of the Hilin Kard are in a different icon as well. So I like the clear identifications of different soldiers I have there, which is absolutely brilliant. What I'm going to give you actually is a great example right here of shooting an enemy. Hopefully they won't miss, but what I'm going to do is this guy has the most action points, so you want to try and use the guy that has the most action points, so that means he also has time to also move as well. So this guy, my guy has a 64% chance of hitting them. To us, this should be a very clear shot, but to be honest, you never know with these things. So I've been honest, I've played this game and sometimes I've messed up point blank. But this guy has a 74% chance of doing a hit crit, and the enemy's 100% and damage is 20 to 40%. Let's do it. There we go, and that's what you have to do. You hold have right click to actually be able to hit them, which is really good. And hopefully now we should be able to get in slightly better cover. We don't have many points to move this, but what we want to try and do now is basically just get into decent amount of cover over here. This guy has a lot of chance to hit everyone else, but what I might do is, again, I want to try and get this guy in a good position back here.
Move your asses.
Unfortunately, again, in the first mission you'll be using most of your points here. Unfortunately, this guy can't take cover anywhere good, so he might just have to shoot this guy right in front of us. He could use a grenade to actually finish him off, which would help, so that's what I might do. I know I'm wasting a grenade here, but basically this will kill the guy off. Because a grenade does about 70% or 70 damage here. 84 damage, there you go, see he's down, so that means now I'm basically now in good cover. Fortunately, I can't really move anywhere else, so I kind of just have to end my turn there. Missed, good.
Du Schwein!
Ow, that was a hit.
Drecksack!
That guy missed as well, good. Most of these guys are missing, which is really, really good. And that's unfortunately, I think, something I find quite annoying. Even though this is a demo, by the way, everything is still in progress. I have to mention that, is that this game is still in progress. So there will be bugs, there will be a few things that will be not right, but something that sometimes does annoy me is the fact that is that even when you're right up close to a person, like up to an enemy, you can still miss, which is kind of annoying. But again, I must say this is still a work in progress. This guy can now get to this checkpoint over here, up to the zone, so I'm literally just going to move him right now as soon as I can to get him out. Now you do have the option of him to get out right now, so that's what I'm going to do. Should this current selected unit leave the battlefield? Yes. Even though it does leave you with one guy short, it basically means that there's less chance that you have to manage soldiers, and has more likely chance that you'll be able to deal with one soldier and get him out there as quickly as possible. So I'm going to get these guys out as soon as possible. And this guy's going to leave. Yup. Unfortunately, this guy is a wee bit behind. So we're going to have to try and get him right up to as close as we can. Unfortunately, probably, most likely, because he is in a dangerous position, where he's mostly flanked out by every position possible, including this guy right up here. But we are going to try and move this guy quickly as we can here. Unfortunately, now he's actually in a real... Oh, this is bad, because he's in a really bad position now. He could get easily killed right now. Oh, no. We're going to have to end the turn. Oh, no. I think I've just made a mistake. Okay, he's panicked. Okay, good. He went it into position that can actually cover him. Brilliant. Oh, we're surviving by one soldier. Oh yeah, he was going to get shot right in the face there. Yeah, he was nasty. Yep, this guy is going to... The good thing is that most of these soldiers do have to kind of keep going, so they mostly just end their turn. Oh, he missed! Don't panic. Oh my gosh, this is quite intense, I have to say. I'm pretty much crapping myself here.
Schnappt euch die Schweine!
They have so many soldiers. Ow! No, 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 no! He can't die! Oh, he missed! He missed! That has to be it.
Drecksack!
No! Oh, he's on 5 hit points! He's on 5 hit...
Sprich dein letztes Gebet.
Oh! Okay guys, so I think you get the idea of how the gameplay works. This game can be very tough, but also very, very fun. Let's now skip on to the camp base, which will give you a good idea of different types of resources these guys have in the game, and also how to basically build your camp. Let's do that. There you go, guys. Sorry. There you go, guys. So after totally the first attempt of managed to complete this mission, I finally done it. Totally on my first attempt. As I said, now let's go have a look at the next part, which is the training camp, and let's see how cool it actually is. So this is your camp base. This is basically where you'll be able to expand on your infantry, on your guns for your infantry, basically build them a home for as long as you can. And as you can see, again, it gives out very clear, good instructions of how to the camp works. There are 6. This is the first out of 6 instructions. So here you have to recruit arms and hero units or send them to missions. And you'll be given a map, which I'll show you in a second, about how all this works. So let's go through it. And it's first of all, so you start off with 3 tents. So you have your command, your headquarters here. You have your barracks, which is where your all infantry are. And then you have, I believe, and then you have your, sorry, there's 2 tents, and then you have your wee kind of single tents for any extra men that you'll get in a mission. But what you can do, you can see there's like little spaces here, which are in green, which basically allow you to build more tents. So you can see here, you have different types of buildings. So you have the armory, you have the barracks, you have the hospital, kitchen, radio station, and shooting range, which will help you increase your men, your kitchen to keep your men, you know, eating healthy and basically keep their morale good. Hospital for any men or soldiers you get injured, and radio stations provides better contact with the outside world, allows better communication with allies, and request support. So what you can also do is that you can request help, supplies from allies, but what you have to do is, there you go, the wee sound effects. So you can see here that you have different contacts. You have London, Washington, Moscow, and a spy net. So the way you're able to get supplies from allies is through your current relations. So you can see here that London, Washington, Moscow all have your current relations is 20%. You basically want to buff that as much as you can to build a better relationship to get better supplies. Pretty easily to understand. And what you have to do, you have to recruit staff. So you can see here that we have 3 soldiers, which we had from that mission there, which we can do on there. So they have XP. So you can see here Martin Hura as a radio man. They're all radio men. So you can put any of them. They don't have specific skill sets, so it doesn't actually say for each of these men which specific skill set they have, whether it's being good in the kitchen or being a radio man. But we're going to stick Martin in here, assign. And as you can see, are you wanting to assign him? There you go. So basically, you can see now that we have one guy on here which allows you to get war supplies, but unfortunately we're not able to get them because we don't have a high current relationship. You can request it, but the first time you will always get rejected because your relationship with the allies isn't it is. You have a spy net which allows you to, I guess spy on other nations, which is really, really cool. You have a weapons dealer, news, and you can recruit. So a lot of options you have here, really, really cool. And if we have a look at the rest of the headquarters, you can actually upgrade your headquarters. So you can get, you know, this is a stove, I think it is, and you can upgrade the stove to basically keep your tent warm, keep your men happy. But it does cost 20 steel and 5 tools, and that leads us to our resources. So you can see if you go to the top left, you can see here that you have all sorts of resources. I'll zoom in, don't worry. So you have wood, steel, fabric, gravel, tools, glass, wires, fuel, food, and medicine. You have a lot of food because that's what you start off with. You have 1,220 food to start off with, 500 fuel, 100 tools, 20 gravel, 250 steel, and 800 wood. Your wood will probably be your most valuable unit, but of course your steel and tools do. So what you can do, you can upgrade it. Your options, some of them aren't available in the demo. Of course, again, everything is work in progress. You can upgrade current things like a stove. So stoves provide warmth to crew, and you can see it does cost 20 steel and 5 tools, which I have. So you press build, press yes, and you can see a wee check mark, and you can basically do that for the rest of them. You can, but the higher you go, the more resources it costs. So you can see it now costs 40 steel. You press yes, and you can see there, and then it goes down to improve smoke extraction, ensures better combustion, therefore providing the same warmth with less wood. But it can actually help you. Some of the resources, you know, tech tree actually helps you, you know, save resources, which is a really cool system. So I've created everything here, and if you go to your radio man here, it doesn't actually do anything. I think it's just a sound. You have your information is your headquarters, all the infantry, which I'll get to in a second. Here is your map, so you can see here that you have a great accurate representation of each country at the time. So you have from all the way from the North Africa, which is, you know, Algeria, Morocco, and then you're going to Spain, Portugal. You have the whole of France here. You know, you can see a line there, which of course like been taken by Germany. You have the Third Reich there. You have you have Austria. You have Bohemia and Moravia. I don't think I've heard of that before. If anybody knows what that is, but you have a load of different countries, and basically you can see the top left here. You can see the amount of percentage that the nations take. So you can see here you've got the Soviets, I believe, and that's the Americans, I think. So they have taken 20% of the map, and we've taken 20% of the map, I believe. So it's really cool. And what you can do, my head is actually covering it again, but you have, I'll actually move my head. So here on the right side, you have a time here, so you can stop the time, you know, to the time you have the current date, and then you can speed it up, which will allow you to get missions. So basically, if you have nothing else to do in your camp, you can speed up time to go on to your next mission, which we'll get onto a second. But if we now move on to our barracks, this allows you to upgrade your soldiers. So you can see here that this is your current soldier, Martin. As you can see, his attributes, he has different attributes. You have strength, diversity, intelligence, and endurance. And you see these are the skills. So you've got shooting, melee, snipe, burst, medicine, and explosive. So as you see here that he currently has kind of one of everything, but you can see like an up arrow which shows he needs an upgrade, which tells you, so you have a perk tree and you have your character panel, which tells you all the information about the person, so his attributes and his skills. If we go to the kind of tech tree here, you can see that he currently has Iron Man, which means he can't complete which was already his skill. But you can see you have different perks for different you know, soldiers. So this guy is a soldier, so you can either get double barrel, which allows you to carry an extra weapon, more steps, so it allows you to get, you know, more action points to move further. You can get iron arms, which allows you to carry basically more weight before it becomes, you know, tired over time. But you can upgrade all the things which are kind of shiny here. But what I'm going to go is for more steps, which allow you to move for more actions. So there you go, you used up your point there. And your barracks, again, you can only really upgrade your units, and we have 3 empty beds, so that means we can get an extra unit. You can see here the little logos, so this guy's machine gunner, the medic, and the soldier. So kind of very basic there for your soldiers here. But what you can do, I'm going to build, you can build a barracks and an armory. What you can do, I'm going to build an armory, which costs 50 wood and 50 steel. So if we build that, yes, and just like that, it is built. It would be cool if there was a building time, because it would make it more realistic, but I think this is really cool. So the armory allows you to repair guns that have been damaged in battle. So if we put a staff on it, if we put Max on, you can assign him, yes. So what he can do now, he can start repairing any weapons that get damaged in battle. And also if we, you know, loot any Germans and take their weapons, we're able to repair them as well, which is really cool. So you can see that Max is currently a Muser. You can see that the duration is currently at 98.9%. If we put that over, Max is currently now going to repair his own gun, as well as we do for Martin's gun. We can go over and he'll start repairing the gun. And we'll put it on auto. That means that he'll start automatically repairing the gun. So that means you don't have to manually do it each time, which is really, really cool. So that is the armory. Again, the same with headquarters. You can upgrade it. You can upgrade the stove here. You can have more options for upgrading because it is, you know, an armory. So this is a work table. Unfortunately, again, it's not available in the demo. But you can see here you have different options here which are available. The only things that are available to upgrade just now is your stove. So we're going to upgrade the stove here, which will basically boost morale for our men, which is all you want. And you do need to be careful, because with your men. They can leave the army if you don't keep their needs happy. And over here, you actually have a warehouse, which allows you to, which shows all your stuff. So you have 2,470 money, and your total capacity is 5,000, and we currently have 2,606 stuff here. So we have a lot of, so you can manage your, you can even see and manage your own stores there, which is really, really cool. But what we can do, we can even just build another barracks if we need to, but we currently don't need to. So I'm quite happy with everything that is done. So there you go, guys. That is Forgotten but Unbroken demo. What do you think of this, guys? If you do like this, again, make sure you go check out the description down below, as this game is a really, really awesome game, and it is coming later this year, I believe. And I also will be getting a key and early access, so I can show you guys later on this year the full access of this game, as it does look absolutely epic and all that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you do want to see more of this gameplay, then make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and give these guys a big, huge support. Give MicroProse, the people who made this game, big support, as this is a huge potential game, and I definitely will be playing this later this year. But on that, guys, thank you so much for watching and our support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.